China, for some reason, is not buying as much of the Islamic Republic oil, even with sanction removal.
Yes, there's a reason for that. And I've just found that out today as to why China is not buying as much Islamic Republic oil as they should be. So let me go to the map. You guys can tell me which country this is. What country is that? That's
Oh,
Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is doing something to the market. Our dear Saudi Arabia, according to CNBC TV 18, has cut the price of oil by $11 more than it should have. So analysts were already expecting a cut. Saudi undercut the Islamic Republic's oil by a massive $11 per barrel in order to
huh?
start selling to China.
11?
11.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Wait, where does it say
$11.
11? No, wait. How does it
Yep.
say that?
So this is the lowest price that they are selling oil in the last 26 years. Saudi's Aramco has reduced the price of Arab Light, which is what they call their oil, for export to Asia for $11 down. Way more than what analysts thought they would cut. So this is the biggest, fiercest undercut Saudi Arabia has done probably ever, and the lowest price that they're selling oil in 26 years. Remember, inflation, all of that. So to go back 26 years is pretty crazy. Yeah, they're doing this to undercut the Islamic Republic.
$11. I don't believe $11. That's too high. Let me see. I just fact checked it. Bloomberg and major outlets report. Yes, it's true. What the hell?
It's
Slash this
crazy.
August Arab. $11 per barrel, their largest cut in at least 26 years, due to surging Middle Eastern supply. It's because there's oversupply. They
Yeah.
just, after the Strait of Hormuz was open, the whole world just got flooded with too much oil. After the Strait
Yeah.
of Hormuz.
Yeah, it's I mean, as long as the Islamic Republic doesn't sell oil, if that's what it takes.
Unbelievable.
So China's like, ooh, you're selling it to me for even cheaper than the Islamic Republic was selling to me? Okay. Hey, I'll buy that instead.
So the sanction removal on the Islamic Republic's oil had not much of an effect. They're buying it from Saudi instead.
Yeah, they're buying a lot from Saudi. Yeah. So that's the
guys,
reason.
we know cut by $11 is still a huge. Like, guys, oil prices per barrel is like 70, 80. $11 is a huge chunk of that. That is not like, usually when you give discounts, like crazy discounts, is like $2 or $3, not $11.
For you, my friend, $11 discount, 15%
Wow.
discount.
That's pretty good. I don't know. How did he do that? Wow.
And so I want to be an optimist and say that was a part of Scott Bessent's calculations, or maybe sort of like coordinated move, but also pretty predictable that the Arabs would try to do that anyway, because their economies have suffered intensely and they have a huge buildup and storage of oil they haven't been able to get out. So now that they need to get it out, yeah, sure, sell it for a discount, get that money that you've been missing out on. So according to those prices, we have had a statement by President Trump, a couple statements from him today. And I'll go ahead and show you guys the first one. Here we are.
Oil is now at a level that it was, I think it's even lower on a barrel basis than it was before we started. We've gotten concessions. Now they have to hold those concessions, but there'll be no nuclear weapon. We're going to be getting the, as I call it, dust, the enriched material, nuclear dust, I call it, seems to have taken off, but it's enriched material. We're getting it. We're getting it. I went in for one reason, very strongly, that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. I'm not looking for regime change, although this is regime change. The first regime is gone. The second regime is gone. And I think the third regime is more reasonable, but we'll find out. But we've destroyed their, as you know, completely destroyed 150. They had 159 ships. Every single ship is at the bottom of the sea. We've completely destroyed. They don't have one airplane. They don't have radar. You know, one of the reasons we kept the oil down, because a lot of people said, Kevin, and a lot of people were saying that oil could go to $300, $350 a barrel. But one of the reasons that prediction wasn't right is we were taking out on average of 10, but sometimes less, sometimes more. 3 weeks ago, we had a night, 22 ships came out of the Strait, and the famous Strait of Hormuz, nobody ever heard of, but that is some big money machine. I'll tell you what, when you look at the numbers, Michael, that makes everything.
So yeah, he's confirmed the oil.
Okay, just always, every time he mentions that, we do have to clarify, no regime change has happened in Iran.
No
Just
regime
always
change
wanted
has
to
happened.
clarify. Yes.
Yeah, that's a bad statement to make. So then we have this other statement by Donald Trump.
It does.
Yeah.
It has made, to be fair though, I mean, it's wrong, but it has made the mullahs and regime supporters in Iran think that he's onto something. And regime, like a lot of the idea that the coup has happened inside Iran by the regime supporters is based on what President Trump is saying as well. So I like that it's messing with their head, but it is wrong.
It is wrong, yeah.
And we then freed up the blockade because we're close to maybe making a deal. I don't know. We'll make either. Look, we're going to win one way or the other. We're either going to make a deal or we're going to finish the job. Okay. And it won't be tough to finish the job. I'd rather make a deal because I don't want to affect 91 million people. We can knock down their bridges in 1 hour. We can knock out their energy supply, all of those big plants that they built, big, beautiful, modern plants. They had a lot of money. They don't have any money now. We haven't given them any money, but we can knock out their electricity and power generating plants. And I would say a small part of an afternoon, every plant will be gone. And they know that.
So that statement, that statement is a statement we've heard before. And Feinstrass is losing her mind at having to hear Trump for 3 minutes straight. I'm so sorry. I know. But here's the thing.
Wait, no, we're not sorry. I mean, there's a lot of Trump supporters here, and Trump is important. Trump is very important. And I appreciate President Trump being the reason why Ali Khamenei is dead. And also, I appreciate I have criticism for Trump, but I appreciate President Trump. I have a lot of criticism for President Trump, but I appreciate and I'm grateful to President Trump for being the president that caused the most amount of damage to the Islamic Republic compared to any other president in the history of the United States. So I'm also for helping Israel kill Ali Khamenei. And I will forever be grateful to that. And I am also but I do also appreciate Feinstrass in the chat here. I do like her pushback. I do appreciate her pushback. But I just want to say we're not sorry for President Trump. I'm grateful to President Trump. My criticism for President Trump does not mean I'm not grateful. I am very grateful.
Yes, I agree with that. I agree. And Armin, what do you think if we just zoom out a bit and take this statement that Trump just said and we time it with the funeral coming to an end in a few days as a reminder from Trump to the Islamic Republic that when I say I'm going to knock out your infrastructure, energy and stuff, I'm not actually meaning I'm striking the infrastructure. I mean, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you, the leaders. Do you think that could be a threat with the timing of things?
Okay, I think President Trump really, really wants not to damage the Iranian infrastructure. Like, I know it's not his first priority, Okay, not even close. But he does. I might be like, Armin, you're so naive. I might be naive, okay? But I genuinely think he cares. Okay. Obviously, his priority is American people and himself, but that doesn't mean he doesn't care about the Iranian people. He is trying to avoid destroying Iranian infrastructure for the sake of the Iranian people. Okay. My name is Armin Navabi. I'm an Iranian political analyst with decades of experience fighting the Islamic regime inside and outside of Iran. Make sure you follow me for more, and also make sure you join our discussion group. I'm there almost every single day. Come talk to me there and the rest of the people there in our group calls. It's a great place to meet and talk to people who like talking about politics. The link is in the description and or in the bio. You could also get there by scanning the QR code on the screen. See you there.